Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasraka Chakshurunmritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCONBURLA official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Nectar of Instruction number 6. Dishtai Svabhava Janite Vapusha Sadose Na Prakrita Tvam Ya Bhakta Janasya Pasya Gangam Vasam Na Khalo Budbuddha Phena Bhamkair Brahmandravat Tvam Apavachati Niradharmai. That means, being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee doesn't identify with the body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee, but despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam and mud. The Ganges water do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bath in the Ganges without considering the conditions of the water. So, Prabhupada Maharaj in his purport says that Shuddha Bhakti, the activity of the soul proper, in other words, engagement in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, is performed in a liberated condition. In Bhagavad Gita 14:26 it is stated, Mam Chajo Vicharina Bhakti Yogana Sevate Sagunan Samati Tetan Bhuya Krapate. One who engages in full devotional service, who doesn't fall down in any circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Abhyabhicharani Bhakti means unalloyed devotion. A person engaged in devotional service must be free from material motives. In this Krishna consciousness movement, one's consciousness must be changed. If a consciousness is aimed toward material enjoyment, it is material consciousness. And if it is aimed toward serving Krishna, it is Krishna consciousness. A surrendered soul serves Krishna without material consideration, anabhidasta sunyam. Jnana karmadi anavritam, unalloyed devotional service, which is transcendental to the activities of body and mind, such as jnana or mental speculation and karma or fruit work, is called pure bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is the proper activity of the soul, and when one actually engages in unalloyed, uncontaminated devotional service, he is already liberated. Krishna's devotee is not subjected to material conditions. Even though his bodily features may appear materially conditioned, one should therefore not see a pure devotee from a materialistic point of view. Unless one is actually a devotee, he cannot see another devotee perfectly. As explained in the previous verse, there are three types of devotees: Kanishta, Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. So we have described all these things in a last verse. Who is Kanishta? Who is only worshipping the Lord, but he doesn't know anything else. Madhyama means, sorry, he loves the Lord, makes friendship with the devotees, and he neglects the envious persons and propagates Krishna consciousness. These things we have described in last chapter. So, Prabhupada Maharaj says, to confirm this point, from Bhagavad Gita 9:30, the Lord says, Apichet Sudaracharo Bhajate Mam Ananyava Sadhureva Samantava Samak Bhavasute Visa. Even if a devotee sometimes seems to engage in abominable activities, he should be considered a sadhu, a saintly person, because his actual identity is that of one engaged in the loving service of the Lord. In other words, he is not to be considered an ordinary human being. Even though a pure devotee may not be born in a Brahmana or Goswami family, if he is engaged in the service of the Lord, he should not be neglected. So, according to the Goswamis, who are descendants of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Sri Advaita Prabhu, are certainly devotees, but devotees coming from other families should not be discriminated against. Indeed, whether the devotees come from a family of previous acharyas or from an ordinary family, they should be treated equally. Then a devotee who has attained the title of Goswami but is not born of a Brahman father or of a Goswami in the family of Nityananda Prabhu or Advaita Prabhu should not be artificially or popped up by thinking that he has become a Goswami. If you consider the bodily defects of a Vaishnava, we should understand that we are committing an offense at the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. An offense at the lotus feet of Vaishnava is very serious. So we should be cautious, careful. Those who think that Krishna consciousness is limited to a certain section of people, a certain section of devotees, or a certain tract of land are generally prone to see the external feature of the devotees. Thus, neophytes, unable to appreciate the exalted service of the advanced devotee, try to bring the Mahabhagavata to their platform. And so that is very serious offense. Such neophytes, unable to appreciate the exalted service of the advanced devotee, try to bring the Mahabhagavata to their platform. We experience such difficulty in propagating this Krishna consciousness all over the world. Unfortunately, we are surrounded by neophyte God brothers who do not appreciate the extraordinary activities of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. They simply try to bring us to their platform and they try to criticize us in every respect. How was criticism Prabhupada Maharaj faced? We very much regret their naive activities and poor fund of knowledge. An empowered person who is actually engaged in the confidential service of the Lord should not be treated as an ordinary human being. But it is stated that unless one is empowered by Krishna, one cannot spread Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. When one thus criticizes a pure devotee, he commits an offense, Vaishnava Parad, that is very obstructive and dangerous for those who desire to advance in Krishna consciousness. A person cannot derive any spiritual benefit when he offends the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. Everyone should therefore be very careful not to be jealous of an empowered Vaishnava or a Shuddha Vaishnava. It is also an offense to consider an empowered Vaishnava an object of disciplinary action. It is offensive to try to give him advice or to correct him. One can distinguish between a neophyte Vaishnava and an advanced Vaishnava by their activities. The advanced Vaishnava is always situated as the spiritual master, and the neophyte is always considered the disciple. The spiritual master must not be subjected to the advice of the disciple, nor should a spiritual master be obliged to take instructions from those who are not his disciples. This is the sum and substance of Sri Rupa Goswami's advice in the 6th verse. So we'll hear the next verse. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.